Welcome, I'm Dr. Mark Jones, Division Superintendent of Pittsylvania County Schools. In this video, we plan to provide you with a glimpse of what our schools will look like when students return to in-person learning. Before you hear from staff and students, I want to ask for your help. Our students are coming to school for 6 hours a day, and they're at home with you for the remaining 18 hours. We need your help. Please ensure that you and your family are practicing physical distancing and wearing a facial covering when out in public. We also need for you to report if your child is exposed to anyone who may have COVID-19. Please be vigilant, please be watchful, and most of all, please be careful to help us keep our schools safe so that they can remain open. During the remainder of this video, you will hear from students and staff members regarding important topics that have been put in place to keep your children healthy and our schools open. We know that our children learn best when they're in a classroom with their teachers and their classmates. The Pittsylvania County School Board, administrators, faculty, and staff have worked very hard to put into place practices that will allow students to come back safely to school. Please help us by keeping your family healthy. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Karen Yates, School Nurse Coordinator. Parents, please make sure your child is feeling well before you send them to school. If your child should be having flu-like symptoms or a fever of 100 degrees or more, they may not come to school. They can return to school once they're fever-free for at least 24 hours without taking fever-reducing medications, such as Tylenol or ibuprofen. Thank you for helping us keep everyone safe and healthy.
When we board our school buses in the morning, our bus driver will take our temperature. When we get on the bus, remember to go directly to your assigned seat and sit in the place indicated with the red dot. While on the bus, remember to remain seated and to get your mask on.
I'm Kenyon Scott, Director of Transportation. Our schools have worked hard to make sure that car rider lines and bus lanes flow smoothly. But there have been a few changes that will make student arrival and dismissal look a bit different this year. Staff members at each school will conduct temperature screenings for car riders as they exit their vehicles. It is important that drivers remain in place until the children they are transporting have been screened. Students with temperatures of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher will remain in the cars in which they arrived so that they may be returned to their homes. Students who ride buses will have their temperatures taken as they enter the bus. Children with temperatures of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher will not be allowed to board the bus. So it's necessary and extremely important that parents of students in grades pre-K through 5 remain with their children at the bus stop until temperature screenings have been completed and their children have boarded the bus. Let's step on board and see how our bus ride might look this year.
As we get off the bus, we must follow the 6-foot physical distance requirement and be sure that our masks are on properly. All of these simple things that we have done and gone over with you will help us stay in school this year. It is good to see you, and I can't wait until everyone returns.
Students must sit in their assigned seats, face forward, and wear face coverings at all times while riding the bus. Red dots have been placed on each seat to show students where they are to sit. Students who live in the same household may be assigned to sit together. All others will be seated alone. This seating arrangement is necessary to prevent the spread of germs. Also, to help protect the health of everyone on board, drivers will sanitize buses at the end of every route. Each school's principal will provide instruction to students about the physical distancing practices and bus boarding procedures that they will follow during afternoon dismissal.
The COVID-19 pandemic has completely altered school cafeterias' traditional way of operating. Instead of students eating in their cafeterias, students can instead look forward to breakfast and lunch in their classrooms when attending school and take home meals for days when they are learning from home.
As you enter the school, use the bathroom or go to your classroom, students, we're asking you to walk on the right side of the hallways without touching the walls, people, or other objects. The school custodians will be cleaning the school to slow down the spread of germs, but you can help by keeping your hands to yourself, not touching doorknobs or handles, and by wearing your mask. Sometimes you'll need to touch other things that are touched by others, such as a computer. Please do not touch the mouse, keyboard, or monitor until you know the teacher has cleaned it. Your teacher knows what to do and will ask you to clean your hands before you use any equipment and as well as after you finish using it.
Our principal has provided a mask and water bottle for each of us. Instead of drinking from the water fountains, we will use the new water dispensers to fill our water bottles. Please remember what my friends have said about wearing masks. They are required when we are on the school bus, while we are in the hallways, and when we are standing up in our classrooms. We may take masks off once we are seated at our desk.
Welcome back. I hope you are as excited as I am to return to school this year. This year will be different than all the other years. First and most important, we must wear our masks to school every day and make sure it fits properly. When we wear our mask, it should cover our nose and mouth. More importantly than ever, if you feel sick in the morning, please stay home and do not return to school until you feel better.
When we get to the classroom, we should immediately go to our seats. While we are in the class, we must remember to wash our hands regularly or use hand sanitizer. At the end of the school day, we will load our school buses or go to our cars, following the same procedures as we did when we arrived in the morning.